Today's story is The Princess and the Frog. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 7 daughters. All of them were very beautiful, but the one who was the most beautiful was the youngest daughter. She loved to play in the palace grounds with her golden ball. One day, the princess was playing ball by a stream in the forest. She threw the ball up and down, catching it every time. Then, all of a sudden, splash! The princess dropped the ball. The princess was very upset. The princess was so upset that she began to cry. Then she noticed a frog sitting beside her. I can fetch your golden ball just as long as you promise me something in return, said the frog. Without waiting to hear what the frog wanted, the princess agreed. The frog jumped down into the water. Splash! He was down there for a long time when up he popped with the golden ball. The princess could not thank him enough. Thank you, frog, she cried. Now what can I do for you? I want you to promise that you will look after me in the palace and be my best friend, replied the frog. The princess didn't like that idea at all. She didn't want the frog living in her beautiful palace, so she ran back home. She didn't realize that the frog was following her all the way to the palace. The princess ran into the palace and shut the door. Bang! But the frog sat outside the door, croaking loudly until she let him in. The king wanted to know what was going on. The princess told her father what had happened. The king told her she must carry out her promise, and he let the frog in. The princess got very upset. Her father, however, said she must carry out her promise. The frog stayed with the princess all day, even though she was not very nice to him. Eventually, it was time for bed. The princess reluctantly carried the frog to her beautiful bedroom. Then something magical happened. As the princess placed the frog on her pillow, he transformed into a handsome prince. The prince told her how he had been cursed by an evil witch. Only the friendship of a beautiful princess could break that curse. Soon the prince and the princess became best friends, and everyone lived happily ever after. The end.